gentlemen, let the word go forth from this day forward that you work and live in one of the greatest industries on the planet, agribusiness. Now, JFK didn't exactly say it that way, but Paul Harvey did. You remember a few years ago, we had a commercial called "So God Created a Farmer." It's one of the great illustrations of all the hard work and dedication that goes into becoming an American farmer. And the only thing I could think about was all of the thousands and thousands of people, just like you and I, that were out there day in and day out in the agribusiness world, doing our jobs to allow that farmer to be on that commercial. Without us buying, drying, grinding, mixing, pelleting, processing, and all the transportation that goes into all the equipment, the augers, everything that happens. Stuff that you and I were doing every single day. That commercial wouldn't be possible.
You know, agribusiness is a great career. There's so many opportunities out there, and we need to be telling more people about this, because what happens is we're getting fewer and fewer farmers, which means you have fewer and fewer farm kids to come into agribusiness. And what happens in the suburbs and the inner cities is people really don't know about all these opportunities, because clearly it's just not something that they're aware of. You know, when I grew up in the suburbs of St. Louis, I told my guidance counselor that I wanted to go into agriculture, and he said, "Oh, you want to be a farmer or a county agent?" And that's really all he knew how to tell me. That's all he really knew about what was out there for opportunities. He didn't realize how much was actually there. And with, 7.5 and soon to be 8, and then 8.5, 9 billion people on the planet to feed, with less and less producers, the agribusiness world is not going away. It's going to get more technical. It's a mature industry. Producing food has been around a very long time, but it continuously changes, and new technology is needed every single day to get more production out of fewer acres, especially in the United States. And these are the things that we need to be talking about. You can be as entrepreneurial in this business as you want, versus picking up a tried and true product and take off and run with somebody else's programs or products. And so whatever suits your flavor, suits your desires, you can take off with. There's research and development all the way down to, again, tried and true products that you can work with.
It's you folks in here that make it possible for the American farmer to feed the world. They say that 3 times a day a person needs a farmer. If it's 7.5 billion people in the world, then I would tell you that rough math says that's about 23 billion meals a day that the agribusiness industry is relied on to provide clean, safe food and fuel for the entire world. So I went to my guidance counselor and I said, "Hey, I'd like to go to the University of Missouri in Columbia. They got a pretty good egg school." He's like, "Well, so you want to be a farmer? I don't know what else there is. Maybe you could be an extension agent." And I said, "Is that it?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, what's an extension agent?" He said, "I don't know. Watch Green Acres. You'll figure it out." So I watched Green Acres and I really don't want to do that. And I want to tell you something right now. I don't care if you're Mother Teresa, you're Gandhi, you're the Pope, you're the Queen of England. If you lock up all 5 printers in an office, you will feel the wrath of every single one of those people in the office. They always say that the sweetest sound is the sound of your own name. My name rang out that day. It wasn't sweet. Difficult.
And I talk a lot in my presentations about, some of the stories and the people that you get to meet, and they're instrumental in explaining, just the different and they're fun and everything, but they also explain the culture and just some of the great people that are involved in the business that I've had the pleasure to work with and become friends with.
So. See at our trade show, that's what we see when we put a booth at XYZ show. And we figured it out. And then when we took, that next one is the restructuring of the sales team. When we took the sales team, which is always in ag, always typically geographic, it's because of just simple efficiency and time and geography. You put people in 2 in this state, 1 in that state, whatever. When we took this market segmentation, and then we looked at our sales team as to who was better at calling on the different segments, and we matched those up, that's when things got really fun. The efficiency of our team, I was double, triple, there's no real. Most of our fun stories started off with a great idea at the hospitality suite. So go up there tonight, we have it tonight, go there tonight, if they are, and look for great ideas. But our great idea was we should do that. Now if you had dog food outside, you had to have a bag of seal. And without a doubt, every single one of those meetings, the subject came up, what I like to call the legend of Joe Biddle. Now Joe Biddle was 5'2", about 280 pounds, and he had a cholesterol count of probably well over 400. Joe Biddle was a hard-working, high-energy, hard-drinking kind of a guy. He worked really hard, from 5 to 1. After 1, he was at the bar. That's where you're going to find him. Every single sales meeting would come up. They'd be like, you guys remember the time of Joe Biddle after an hard night? That happened 40 years ago. He was back in the 70s. Matter of fact, I believe he passed away before I even got on territory. But his legend just continues on and on. It wasn't the legend that was the big deal. It was the fact that that was our culture. We told each other these stories, just like back in the caveman days or the Indian days or whatever, when they told each other stories. This was the culture of our business that we passed on from people to people. And soon, the legend of Joe kind of faded, and people finally retired that knew him. And the legend of Randy and the legend of Sue kind of came out. And we started telling those stories. And just maybe somewhere in a sales meeting today, they're talking about a guy that drove a full-size Ford pickup in the lobby of the Midwest Horse Show and parked it in front of his booth. Guy that jumped on one of these spinning horses, that slides and spins in front of 7,000 people and spun a horse around, holding tightly to the horn. I didn't want to fall off. Maybe they're telling that legend. And I encourage you today to go out and be your own legend. Don't be Joe Biddle and don't be somebody else. It's already been done.
The other really important aspect about agribusiness is it's an industry that, yes, it's very mature, but has a lot of growth and development continuously going on. Trying to produce enough food for 7.5 to 8 to 9 to 10 billion people, and on increasingly less acres with less people, is a very big challenge that research and development play a big part of, an important part of. We need to get that message out there as well, that even though it's a mature industry, there is a lot of growth and opportunity in it, and that it's not really going to go out of style anytime soon. We're going to have, hunger doesn't go away. It's going to be here. We need to feed the large population that's on our planet, and there's a great career for people to be had out here with some really good people to work with, and that's the part I think that's exciting to be able to talk to people about and let them understand. And once they find that, then they're hooked. They love it, and it's great.